Hey, have you ever tried to make more money to get stamps by doing this sort of shit? Well, fuck that! In this video, I'll show you a couple of other less poopy ways to make money in this game, fairly early on. And all for only 6 low payments of $29.99.
And your soul.
Aaron, Geren, and again, chef.
So in this first method that I've been using recently, it involves just running up and down this uncharted stand stretch right here. And as you go along, you'll get these little sparkle points, and some of them will be money, some of them will be trash and shit, and some of them will be dragon scales, and some of them will be finest furs. So as you go along, you'll hopefully be getting as many dragon scales and finest furs as you can, and as you're running, you'll probably want to put those in your Eleth Mixer as well, so you can make some more as you go, hopefully, if you're lucky and you have enough Eleth, and you're lucky. And you just run from the beginning of it all the way to the end. Another thing is you may want to be holy bottled for this whole thing and avoid these monsters at all costs, because if you run into them, even though I'm at like level 44 right now, they fucking blow right through me. I fought them a few times and I won, but it's just not worth it. They're too strong to really care about grinding. And what I do is just run to that save point there and save it, and then load the save so it reloads all of the sparkle points and stuff, and then I just run back in and out and do that over and over again and reap the benefits later, as I'll show you in a moment. Yeah, so once you've gotten enough stuff, you can just stop by this turtles man here and dualize those two things together, which will make a fireproof cloth. And also, while you're running, I should mention you should have common metal in your mixer as well, so that you can have plenty of them. Put those together, make frying pans, and then you just go to sell it. You scroll down until you see a huge number, and there it is. Frying pans, $8,000 a pop. Some expensive ass frying pans. That good shit. So just do that over and over again and you'll get some money. And if you were just wondering how hard they are, I'm all at level 44, and this is me running into one of them, and it looks like I'm kind of kicking his ass at first, but just one swing of his tail will immediately KO any of the characters. While it's definitely doable to fight them, this is actually a really lucky case right here. Normally it's like 3 of these guys in one fight, and then 2 or 3 of the dodo bird guys too, all at once. I don't know why there's just one right here, but I managed to beat them. But and you do get some decent items out of it. It's just not really worth it. Really, you may as well just keep getting the dragon scales and all that shit and dualizing it. But I figured I would add it in just to show. He's pretty hardy. It's crazy how much I died just fighting one normal monster. And there's one down, finally.
Thank goodness.
And like I said, normally each mob will spawn with 2 or 3 of those guys and 1 or 2 of the birds, so just try to avoid them. Alright, so here's another method that you can actually do much earlier in the game, where I just run up and down here and you can get Puffpetal Downs from that discovery right there. And for this method you'll need Venomous Needles, Hazardous Liquids, Puffpetal Downs, and Hard Scales. And just run back and forth, and shit. And basically you end up dualizing the Hazardous Liquids with the Venomous Needles to make caustics, and then you dualize the caustics with the Puffpetal Downs to make balloon cloths. Alternatively, you can just make these stuffed dolls from balloon cloths and Puffpetal Downs, and it'll sell for almost 7,000. So that's, a whole step out of that, and it still sells high. So you could do that. And then you put those with the collar frills to make the feather badge, which sells for 8,000. And to make the feather frills, you just do whirling seashells and hard scales, which you can actually get from the enemies in this area. The Granitoise enemy will drop hard scales and whirling seashells, and they're in the West Lhant Road and Strahta Desert East. And these tortoise here will drop just the whirling seashell. And you just run up and get the Puffpetal Down, and I usually just get that and then run back down and get whatever little sparkly thing, and run back inside of the house, and then run back out, and then run back and get more Puffpetal Downs, just over and over again. And I have the Venomous Needles and the Hazardous Liquids and the Hard Scales in my mixer while I'm doing all this, to speed things up. And you can make some pretty serious cash doing this. If you're not having much luck with the shit spawning and the sparkles in the other method, this works fine. My luck was up and down with both of them. Sometimes I just wouldn't be making any money because it wasn't generating stuff with the Eleth Mixer like it should have been. So, just whatever works for you. I did both. But both of them will make you a good bit of money. And this is just me showing, my little route. I just run up there and get the Puffpetal Downs, run back in here so they respawn, and then run back up. And that's pretty much all there is to it. And if any of this was helpful to you, or if you have any questions or anything, then just, like, comment, subscribe, whatever. I'll put more details in the description to help you out, and I'll respond if you have questions. Thank you.